So today I have to change my background. All of you, if you can afford to switch on your video, please do so. Then only the interview skills can be. So today I have to change my background. Interview skills cannot be taught while you are with video off. Then in that case, we have to change the topic.
Yes.
Isn't it, Reena?
We can do it.
So we can do
I'm
it.
always up for extempore speech.
Okay, so yes. So
Great.
there are two aspects, Mrs. Reena. There are two aspects of this session. First aspect is that when they are going to appear for the interview, how they have to prepare themselves, whether it is a job interview or it is like interview on a show or it is like achievement interview or whatever interview it is, or maybe by the students sometimes. And second is that when they have to conduct the interview of any personality for the show or any candidate for the job, then what they have to take care of. So there are two aspects of this topic. So now over to you, Mrs. Reena.
Okay, thank you. And welcome to the session. I'll be very happy if you would like to set some expectations from this session. I'll be happy to answer. But first, I would like to begin with my own understanding about interview skills. That being truthful is the key. Whatever we say in the interview, whatever we commit, we have to deliver. Sometimes due to overexcitement. So I'm working in the profession in this educational field for the last 25 years. And this is my 6th organization. So I have actually cracked 5-6 rounds of interviews. And to get this position, you can see that there are multiple rounds of interviews. There are written tests also. So if I've crossed all those barriers, and of course, I must have appeared in some more interview rounds where I probably chose to stick to the current organization, or few things didn't match up at both the ends. It could be anything. So we need to accept the failures. We need to accept our success, and we should learn out of our own mistakes. So in the interview skills, I would say that yes, there are instances when I was not so mature, when I was young and when I appeared, and I was having my own anxieties and nervousness, and probably I would have uttered few wrong things as well. I don't mind accepting it in front of you because my age was just 29 or 30. And then you learn out of your own mistakes, and then you fix, oh, this is the major gap. So first of all, any interviewer, they have their fixed idea of checking your aptitude, attitude, your past experiences. So the first question appears, say something about yourself, isn't it? Any interviewer like me, or if you are in that position, in that capacity, the first thing is, tell me something about yourself. So what do you understand by this? So let it be some interactive so that I understand my audience here, that what do they understand by this question? This is very important question, irreplaceable by any other question. But yes, we can rephrase it later once you have this clarity that what exactly we have to speak about ourselves. So Rizwana, I would like to hear your thoughts on this. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
So good evening. Yes, please share your thoughts on this.
I should tell about myself. So this is Rizwana, and I'm a physical education teacher. I have a 9-year experience in CBSE board, and I have about more than 7-year experience in UAE, and currently now I'm in India.
Okay. So you talked about your experience here, and anybody else would like to just share about yourself here? Dhanalakshmi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Good evening to all. To say about me, I am Dhanalakshmi. I born and brought up in Chennai. Now I am working as a teaching faculty in a reputed school, highly esteemed reputed school in Chennai. I did my schooling and college in Chennai only. I have a chance to visit many places. So I have also worked in After marriage, I went to Andaman Nicobar Islands. There only my journey started as a new. So there I worked in a airline. Air Deccan was there. Kingfisher was at the time. After that, it has been changed into Air Deccan. So I worked in Kingfisher Airlines as a ground duty operator, come boarding pass issuing, all those things. All are enjoyable moment in my life. So after that, I was stepped into the education field. From that time onwards, I'm in the education field. So
Okay.
I'm proudly, I can say I am an academician.
Okay. Anybody else? Sana, Malik.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes, please introduce
Ma'am,
yourself.
firstly, I would like to say you said, what do you understand by this question? The question, tell me about yourself, is actually the real question is, what do you think you are? The interviewer wants to know what do you think you are, and will you know what to leave in and what to leave out? Means we have to structure this question. We have to matter it with structure topology. Like we can start from reverse, like what we are currently doing till our childbirth. We can go reverse so that interviewer can get extra insight inside our answer. Like if I will be answering the same question, I would be like, currently I am an IB teacher. I'm working from since a year in an IB school. The experience there is very good. I have learned so many things. From the past 7 years, I was teaching JK Booth. Like these things, ma'am, we have to introduce. If we will go reverse backwards, then the interviewer will be much more satisfied with our answer. We have to structure our answer typologically.
Who's left here? Anybody else would like to just
Ma'am,
introduce?
may I?
Yes, please.
Good evening, ma'am. Actually, I was getting ready to go in a wedding ceremony.
Absolutely, absolutely fine. Looking gorgeous. Yes, please.
Thank you, ma'am. So, my name is Sana Hashmi, and in 2002, I have completed my master's degree from Tilka Manjhi Bhagalpur University. Then in 2004, I started working in a very it was just beginning of my career. I started working in a school, and then I worked there.
Some network issue? Yeah. Yes. Now we can hear again. There was some gap in between. Yes.
So in 2004, I got selected in DAV Public School on the basis of written and Viva exams. And then after 2 years in 2008, I got married and shifted to Delhi. And there I tried to do B.Ed, and my eldest daughter was born. Then I fully dedicated my life to my family, my two daughters. And then in 2022, I have completed my B.Ed from Al-Falah University, and cleared seated also. And recently I worked in a school for 10 days, and then I got selected in the Explorer Academy School as a principal, as a academic head. So this is my professional journey. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Anybody else would like to just introduce yourself?
Yeah.
All done?
Good evening, everyone. As
Okay.
you all know, I'm Daisy. I'm
Who's-
Daisy from Nilgiri.
I can't hear it. Yes. What's your name?
Daisy.
Daisy. Okay, Daisy. Please go ahead.
Okay. I'm Daisy from Tenkasi. Actually, now I'm pursuing my degree, like computer science and engineering in Tirunelveli. I finished my schooling in Chennai, and I have very much interest in sports, as well as now I'm studying final year, so I'm searching for a job in a company. So this session is very useful for me to communicate in English as well. And that's why I'm attending this session.
Great. So when interviewer is asking, tell me something about yourself. Now,
Yeah, Niaz is there. Niaz, you also introduce yourself.
okay, Niaz, please.
Good evening to all. I am Niaz from Ramanathapuram. I am also doing LLB law student. I am completed BBA accountant. So this course is very useful. Very improve our knowledges and improve our skills. So communicate the English. English is very poor of myself. So I'm speaking not, but I understand others speaking in English skills. And I'm not involved. I am not doing any English program, but that programs that course is very useful and improve our skills and knowledges and my abilities. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So we have covered all, or somebody is left still?
No, covered.
Okay, great. So my question was, tell me something about yourself. So treat this as interview round, and you have to talk about your strength. Weaknesses, the interviewer will ask later. So you don't have to say about your weaknesses in terms of English, or if you have any hurdles in learning, because you are here to learn. Any new organizations or opportunity, any platform comes across,
Exactly,
that means there is a scope of learning. So firstly, in initial 3 minutes, remember 3 minutes are very important to create that impression that what you are. And the person who is interviewing you, he or she wants to judge your potential. You are a potential candidate, and they are judging on the grounds of your prior knowledge, prior skills, experiences. So in 3 minutes time, you have to cover everything. What you were, what you are today, and what you can put across in this new organization, where you feel confident because you have applied for a position. Your resume, your CV is already there. So you don't have to talk about year by year thing. That story they don't need. They need just about your set of skills which you have in you and what you can contribute in this new organization. And here you are learning. You are here because you want to grow. It could be a financial aspect, but never just speak about financial thing, because some people change their job because of the financial needs or anything. Always attach this learning element, which impresses 100%. That I'm here because this is a very prestigious organization, and never say negative about the previous organizations. That's the tip I want to give. Many people are honest. Of course, I would say that being honest is good, but even in those challenging phases, you must have learned something. So it is up to you. How do you want to put it across? There has to be a way of communication. Communication is the key. It can break or make the situation. So you have to say that, yes, I have faced some challenges and I've overcome with my own strength and understanding with the help of seniors or colleagues. But here I'm, putting across this resume, thinking that there will be a possibility for me to be. You have to introduce yourself in such a way, in a very nutshell. Within a minute's time, you have to summarize everything. You don't have to say in 2004, I did this, then 2007, I did this. No, they don't remember this. It is already there in the CV. What you can say, I started my career as a trainee, became a teacher, contributed in this school. I learned IB curriculum, then I contributed here. Then I grew myself in this space. So in whatever the profession you are, it doesn't matter. It could be educational, it could be any other corporate job. What you can contribute now in this organization and what you can gather from there. Your own learner inside you should always be alive. If you show yourself too confident about your things, so overconfidence is also something very challenging and alarming for the interviewer, that this person might be a very strong person, very, very strong-headed, will not listen or understand the policy. So always respect the previous organizations where you have worked, and now if you're applying in a new organizations, that I will try to understand the vision and mission of the organization, and then I'll try to improvise my own skills, or I'm here to learn. And of course, training is one of the key factor. If you are confident because of the training, I would say that invest in all kinds of training, be it now if ma'am has given me this topic, interview skills. So I know where I went wrong. Probably my expectations in terms of salary was pretty high. So in preschool segment, I need to be realistic that how much they can pay, because the turnover is less. So I need to be realistic in this field. Of course, I'm probably the highest paid category employee currently, but I would say that in every organization there is a benchmark, so always respect that decision, that when the discussion comes at your end, what is your salary, then you can say that this much I was getting, and of course I am expecting, little hike on this, or whatever is your norm. Because as an interviewer, I interviewed 360 candidates to select 4 good teachers in this current school in Faridabad, because that was a challenge. And I would say that it was the toughest task ever in my life, because in Faridabad, you won't find very good international preschools. There's just one preschool which is international. So I had to interview a lot of candidates to see that potential word, that yes, they are trainable, they can understand this curriculum, and I'm confident enough to teach them further on this. So the learning aspect, I wanted to check whether they are receptive in mode, or they are saying that, yes, I know enough. So enough is never enough. We have to show that, yes, receptiveness, that you have to control your nervousness as well, be it linguistic skills. So suppose you're not too confident about your own linguistic skills. So you practice, you write about yourself, you read it again and again, you practice in front of the mirror. It doesn't matter. And before appearing in the interview room, you just take a deep breath, 3 times deep breath, and then again exhale, and think that, yes, I am going to be my best version today in this room. Not over-promising by anything, because I interviewed a candidate who was over-promising in the room that I am very good at story, I'm very good at this, so many things. But when I saw her performance in the classes, I was a bit disappointed. So over-promising is something which can put you in a question mark as an employer as well. Later on, you are answerable to the management that we had offered her this much salary. And that's the reality, that she's not that confident in story time or other element of early childhood education. So I had to sit again with her to give her 3 months time to improvise on those skills, and then we can renegotiate the salary part. So it is very important that we should know ourselves very well. And when you're talking about yourself, talk in a very crisp manner that, yes, this is what I've learned over these years. I have 9 years of experience, and this much I know, and probably I can learn more from you. So that's the beauty of you being honest and you being respectful to the previous organizations, and plus you are ready to learn, because each day there's a scope of learning, each second probably. So these are a few suggestions. If anybody has any questions, then I can move on to the second part of this interview skill. Like ma'am said, that there are 2 parts. So one is when you are appearing for the interview. So then if anybody has any questions, did you get something what I'm saying? If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. Is it okay? Thumbs
Yes,
up?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good to
Yes,
go?
ma'am.
Okay, great. So being interactive is also good. Usually the employer is asking few questions to give you that comfort level. Then generally the question comes from the employer side that, okay, why do you think that this organization is better than the previous one? That's a very tricky one. And usually I ask this question whenever there's a candidate in front of me. Why do you think that this school is better. So then some candidates, they get confused what to answer, how to impress the employer. Some are very honest that, ma'am, just for the salary hike. Some say that we are here to learn because we heard about you a lot and you have 25 years of experience in early childhood education. So, and we heard that your trainings are really good and you work hard on one-to-one basis. So I'm here to learn. So I said, after learning, where will you run? Because in the formal schools, you are better paid and probably you'll run after all the training programs. So some are very truthful and I respect that at least 1 year time, 2 years commitment they give, that yes, we would try to understand, learn, and then execute. So this impresses me a lot, that being honest, at least I am also prepared that this candidate might look for a change. Some, they are very close to early childhood education, they'll never leave. So few people have joined me on day one and it's been 3 years and they are still with me. So being honest, of course, I appreciate this. And sometimes in my whole journey, I've experienced many people, those who put a lot of pressure. So suppose they join at a very nominal salary or whatever. Later on, they get to know about certain other salaries and then they come, ma'am, she's getting this much. So what you have agreed, be very, very mindful at the time of negotiations, at the time of acceptance of salary. So because that is the opportunity given to you. Later on, never regret, never compare, never even ask what others are getting. This is like personal advice. So you will be losing your own peace. So being peaceful all this while during this journey, this process, and once you crack the interview and you get this opportunity, be thankful and then be truthful to your words. Remember what you have said in that room. It is very, very precious. It is like, you are writing your own storybook. So it always reflects back that what you were in the interview room and what you are today. So each day there's an opportunity where you can introspect your own words. So I would say that yes, and never hide that this is the area where I want some trainings. So I honestly ask my teachers that, okay, feel free. If you want any training for dressing sense or the makeup, I have no problems. I can give you workshops on that. If you want some training on story time, drama. So I had given them a certification program by a very renowned center in Gurgaon. So they all are now certified drama teachers, and level 1, 2, 3, if they want to go ahead of this. So level 1 was given by the school. Second, they can spend and they can earn that certification further on this. They can make this career in this particular field. So, and suppose like Niyaz said that he's a student of some course. And I would say that as a student, you have to speak a lot to yourself in front of the mirror. Keep 15 minutes every day, record your own video. So you will find that each day you can see there is a change. You are completely a different person after 30 days of this trial error sessions. So how do you challenge yourself? You listen to your own voice, record your voice, listen to your video. Oh, and you can take help from others also in the family if they know, oh, this is where you took longer time. So take always this pause. When you're talking about yourself, take a pause and then speak. Interviewer, they always have this time to listen to you because that time all the ears are here. Eyes, of course, you have to make an eye contact. Your body language matters a lot. The way you look confident, your shoulders should be like, this up, and then you're confident. Your neck should be like straight. So your body language is also an introduction to your personality. So make sure that you are dressed up accordingly. Your smile, your presentability matters a lot in the interview round. So you need to work on your presenting skills. These are the simple things that when we talk about any interview, and generally use, like ma'am has just put this slide, there are many questions about yourself, your hobbies, your other areas where you want to shape your life. These are very simple questions to answer. The toughest and the most generic questions is tell me something about yourself. There you get nervous, that you start talking about your whole history. You talk about your whole life. Nobody is interested to listen to your entire story. It could be very brief, crisp, and where you can highlight your, attributes that this is. And of course, your set of principles, your values matter a lot. That in this journey, I learned like this, in this journey, I became empathetic. Like you said, that these training sessions of Halima ma'am taught you so many things. But what so many things? You can name it. That in this training session, I learned how to become, more expressive, or I have become better thinker, reflector. So like ma'am said, that there are essential agreements that one has to be punctual. So punctuality. So you have to articulate those words, those values in your interview sessions. And that will definitely impress if there are 2, 3, many. So everybody wants to hear those words, what ethically you feel that you are. So basically, when the question comes to you that tell me something about yourself, you always change it internally, that what I have in me. I have to talk about this as strength, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And the second part of this, ma'am, do you want to tell, I mean, this slide is here. So do you want me to add on something here? Halima, ma'am? Unmute yourself. Yes, please.
Yeah, actually, this slide I have prepared so that their one of the task is their challenge is to conduct the interview with the mentors or maybe with their own friends. So these are the questions that they can select out of these questions, any 5 questions, and then they can ask and they can conduct the interview. And that has to be of 10 minutes.
Okay.
So now they have to schedule, like they have to tell me that which mentor they want and when they want, so that I can coordinate with the mentor and then I can make them available for them and they can conduct.
Great.
Yes, ma'am.
And on the basis of this task, they will get the points.
Okay. Have you noted down or took the screenshot or?
No, this
Ma'am has already forwarded this in group.
Okay, great. Great. So can I cover the other side? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, the other side is suppose you are conducting this interview round. So what first thing comes to your mind that this is the position and this is the bare minimum expectations, that I will not compromise if person doesn't have 3 years of experience or 2 years, or if you're looking for a fresher, it's okay. So fresher should know at least this communication skills should be there. Or if I'm looking at certain set of skills passing out from a college, that bare minimum expectations in terms of knowledge, skills, and action. So as a student, how you were, suppose I'm hiring a fresher. So I generally interview the graduates or the, freshers, those who have just done the Montessori course or diploma in early childhood education. So when I asked that, okay, tell me the principles of early childhood education, and they are blank. I said, okay, tell me the ways of learning. So I give them sometimes some hints also, that how do you learn? So this is such a simple question, and even a normal person can answer this. But yes, scientifically, there are ways to learn. Suppose learning by observation, learning by trial and error, learning by repetition, learning by intuition. So like Einstein. So few things, if they have read about it, if they have done research, if they have already covered in the content, they'll speak about it. But being just blank, it doesn't look nice. So I would say that this is the minimum expectations of an employer, that they know what set of skills they are looking at this person. Okay, this person should have the combination of these skills. When it comes to working in a team, of course, the interpersonal relationships. So you have to see that where are the challenges, you face as an individual in that organization. What are the challenges you have faced? So sometimes they are very honest that, ma'am, I didn't gel well with the, teammates, and there were politics in the school. All those things they say. That I said, of course, there is always a learning. Of course, the situation is different and you found out that organization, it has a challenging situation. But what did you learn out of this? You just ran from there, or you proved your own strength there, and then now you're leaving at a very good note? Because leaving on a good note is always healthy, rather than just leaving that I can't face this challenge anymore. So these are the things as employer you try to gauge in the candidate. So we need to, really dig out deeper to understand it's not just academics which matters. It is a set of skills. The person per se. Sometimes I would prefer a candidate who is honest, humble, ready to learn, more than the candidate who is overqualified, super confident, and coming like, without me, you can't run the show. Like, that attitude doesn't work. So being humble, to all those attributes are very important. So if you are in this position, that when you are interviewing, always see that, yes, the person should have empathy, what is the commitment level towards the family or personal level or to the society. Are you connected with the society? Are you contributing at your level? If you are a student, I can't expect much, but at least what you are doing to keep yourself happy and engaged constructively. All those questions I generally ask. So normally on weekends, so I make them very comfortable so that they can speak up the truth. And when they say a lot of things, especially in NCR, you would wonder that their focus is at different levels. It is not, they're not so focused. Some are very focused at very young age. So that maturity level, you have to check whether this person, when they join in the team, and what will happen after that. So there would be more clashes, or she's too immature to handle this kind of a challenge when 20 children are in the class, they're with another teacher. So they have to be very, very careful. In early childhood education, especially, I see that your eyes are not just here, it is 360 degree. You have to keep an eye at every level, and you have to keep a check. So in my school, there was this first case of a disease, hand, foot, mouth disease. And before the parents could see, the teacher saw this. So I would say that hats off to the teachers and her observation that even the first spot she could identify, and she said, there is some problem. It can't be a mosquito bite. I can see there is a pus coming out of it. So you have to have those, keen observation, nails, all those things, very tiny things to matter. But as a mother, you have to, or as a father, they take that role. So in every profile, you have to really see deeper. And sometimes I do it exceptionally. I have never seen an employer is doing this thing, but I do it at my personal level. When a candidate is appearing for the interview, not getting selected, I make a call and I tell that these are the areas I have observed. You can improve. You can come back after 6 months. If there is a position, I would like to see that change in you. I never leave this like open-ended situation. This is at my personal level, I do it, and I feel so satisfied that I've given the feedback. Otherwise, that candidate will never learn. Candidate will be in a zone where he or she is not very clear. Why did I get this rejection? How would she improve or he improve? So this is my personal commitment to the candidates. So out of 360, if I selected 4, you won't believe I called everybody, the rest, that this is the area you have to improve, and then try your luck next time. I have never said that if you have appeared once, you can't come back. I never said this. This doesn't give me a good feel of being what I am today. So there's always a scope of improvement, and yes, that's how I do it.
Ma'am, if interviewer will ask us, what are your greatest weaknesses? How should we answer this? Because everybody is having a weakness.
Yes. So here, again, you have to present your weaknesses, but in such a way where you are saying it, but not very loud. So you give me an example. What is your weakness? I'll just put it across like an example.
Ma'am, if somebody would ask me, my biggest weakness is that I could not work in an unorganized situation. Unorganized manner, I can't work there. But the
so who is stopping you for not being organized? Who is stopping you?
Like, ma'am, it's a situation in like in Kashmiri schools, it's a situation. It was always a situation like there is no organization in the school. People are not understanding what they have actually to do, what they are doing, and what are they supposed to do.
Okay.
So they are not knowing these things, and I can't work in that situation. Seriously, I can't work.
So in my previous session, I answered this well, that what you can work on yourself. Yes. You can influence other by being a role model. You can't change the third circle, which is out of concern.
Yes, ma'am.
Can't change the whole society. What if I sleep with a dream that everybody is so loving, hugging each other? Next day, everybody would treat each other just like, the God's messenger or something. It can't happen. People are with differences. We are born different. So what we can do that I love being organized. So when they say that, what is your weakness? You can say that I'm a very organized person. And sometimes I have my, unrest when I see that things are not very aligned, not in sync with the set of organization skills which I have. I try my best to influence people by my being the best in me, but sometimes I feel uncomfortable when I see these things around. So you have said this at the same time,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have accommodated.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
like I am working in an IB school. After every 3 months, we get a training there and then again an interview. So I have some persons in my like team. I'm telling them every day, every on situation that this is not going to be like this. It should be like this. Why
Mhm.
I am telling you? Because I am skilled in this, but they are not still listening. They're not still understanding. And
See,
management is
yeah.
again asking Malik, what is the weakness there? They are totally not understanding what is the weakness.
So then you can do some sessions, like separate sessions. Telling them upfront in a classroom scenario would not lead that impact on them. Then you can request the management to have 1 hour session and then give them the task. Like ma'am said, that essential agreement. It is always mutual. When they do partnership with you, that we will change, we will try. So take them in writing that these are in IB term. It is very, very clear that essential agreements you have
Essential
to.
agreements, yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
then
ma'am.
you invite them to make their own essential agreements, and in partnership that, okay, give me the timeline, in 3 months time, we will improve on our lesson plans, keep the files ready, keep the trays ready, or we have to document this way. We have to, note down all the reflections of every learner. So everything can be, so in my school also, it was a challenge to have 15 days preparations well in advance. Now teachers are so trained that I don't have to see for next 2 weeks. It's already done. Initially, it took me 6 months time to just prepare them. So whenever I could squeeze my 3 days extra to give them this kind of training, then I saw the result. So there is a competition in between the teams. So we have to create that ripple effect that, oh, 3 teachers are doing already. So some people, they feel, oh, I'm left behind, without even insulting or hurting or being harsh. But you just lift the other side of this level, and then other people would always improve. So I know it's a challenging situation, but I could do this in my own team. So I'm hoping that this might change the mindset of people. It takes time.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, sometimes certain things has to be done immediately, they will say.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, how we have to react. We can ask time, but they will not give.
Mm-hmm.
They will ask complete and then move on.
So
So sometimes the planning is done. Your planner will be there. Year long, what are the things has to be done. But immediately some things will pop up.
right.
At the time we feel like exhausted. Okay, fine.
Absolutely.
Let us complete and go. We cannot say no. Being an administrator, we should not say no. Yes, we have to join together and we have to do it and we have to finish it off. Sometimes this type of work actually like penalizing or something like that, which
I
really
totally understand, and I can relate very well, because sometimes something just appears and we have to fulfill the demand. So basically, yeah, in my team as well, though it's a very planned structure, but when you see that, oh, this child is infected, you have to do sanitization immediately, you have to inform the parent. So this is like add-on situation which was not even prepared. Now the burden is on the nurse, on the admit part, and the teachers, and the sanitization team was there every day. Of course, they do it after the school, but immediately you have to do it. This child is going back home. So the transport in charge was in the loop. So these are some situations which are not, prepared, but you have to act upon. And if you don't do it, you will delay by the response, and parents will not leave you then. So if you have noticed, this is your duty that we have to actually proactive in this term, that yes, then the immediate circular would go. So every action, then there is a chains of actions. So you have to be very, very quick, and you have to be ready. This is a school without any new situation. You tell me, you all are working on, some are not working, I don't know. But yes, most of the schools, you are prepared to do something, and on your table, something just crops up, like some unforeseen situation. Without having this a day, single day, I would say that, today is a blessed day. Nothing has come as a shock or surprise. It doesn't go this way. It works everywhere, all across the globe. I've been to many countries and I've seen they're working, but of course, I know in and out that this is the real situation, because it's a matter of many lives. There are many children, there are many parents, there are many stakeholders. So something new or the other or challenging would appear, and this is the real test, that how skilled you are to cope with this kind of stress, unforeseen situations. You are very quick in taking decisions and implementing it immediately. There's no to it. You have to, otherwise it will be delayed at every front. So yeah, so leadership qualities, this is one of the qualities you have to have.
Yeah, the sudden reflection has to be done. You're true.
Yes.
You're true. Very nice example, ma'am. It's
Yeah.
true. Every time we'll be thinking of doing something, and we end up.
You're planned for something and you're doing something else.
Yeah,
So
you're
this
right.
is
You're right.
the way of life. Even in the best of the schools I worked, but yes, it is the same. And I'm being a leader, I'm telling you honestly that there is no single day which goes without any unforeseen situation or unimaginable situation.
Yes,
It
ma'am.
comes like that.
It happens every
It
day.
happens. So you be at ease. This is nothing unusual. This happens. Even if you change the organization, you'll find the same. So it's just that you should be very quick in thinking. Your action plan should be so quick that it doesn't leave any gaps further on this.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, a question is there. If you are having a set of skills that the company or the school is already knowing from your CV, but still they are asking the question, what will your skills and ideas bring to the school?
Yes.
And you are knowing that most of the people in the school are already having these set of skills. Still they are asking the same question. How can we answer the question so that we can answer it right and they get impressed?
Yes. So if you have written everything in your CV, sometimes when I ask the candidate, okay, tell me what you have written in your CV, many candidates, they don't know.
Don't know. Yes, ma'am.
They don't know. And that's a situation. In Naukri.com, they charge 6,000 rupees and they make your CV like the top CEO of a company. So you should know what you have written. And that's why sometimes they ask you, okay, if you have written this, whether you can actually articulate this or not.
Yes.
And by understanding, let's say 3-4 sentences from you, they understand, okay, then rest. Sometimes they'll leave it in between. It's okay. So they just want to test your understanding about your own CV or what you say about yourself. Yes, somebody has raised the hand. Dhanalakshmi. Okay.
Oh, ma'am, I didn't write that. That's very good. Your answer is true. So I just clapped my hands.
Okay, girls and boys. Now this is the time to wind up, and please let me know your interview schedule as quickly as possible so that I can contact the mentors, and then interview can be planned.
Would it be possible to do the interview of 2 mentors?
You can do with 10 mentors, no problem. Okay, but one will be counted for the marking.
Okay, ma'am.
You will not get double marks for 2 interviews.
No, ma'am, not for the marks actually. I just want to gain the experience. How different people answer differently.
Can I leave?
Yes, Reena. Thank you very much, Madam. Do a big round of applause. It was really a very practical session. Whatever you have given the tips all out of your practice. It is not anything theory that you have taken from Google or here and there. Speaking from your heart, since you are living those situations. Thank you very much, and see you on 4th, inshallah. When they all are going to speak about their mentors, they are going to speak about that.
Thank you, Reena ma'am. Thank you for the wonderful
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you for a wonderful section. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Reena ma'am. Thank you, Hamid.
Okay, so now the last 5 minutes, remember that you have to prepare. First thing is that you have to prepare what is your purpose of life. Second thing is that you have to prepare that what is your learning, thanking the mentors who have trained you. Third thing is that you have to present your 30-second pitch. How to present 30-second pitch, that I will share videos tomorrow so that you can see the video and you can prepare your own pitch within 30 seconds. So these three things you have to prepare for valedictory, and you have to conduct the interview with the mentors. So these are the tasks left in completion of this course.
Ma'am, today will be any class or no class? Tomorrow, sorry.
No, tomorrow no class, only you have to complete the task and you have to share in the group, WhatsApp group, that yes, I have completed, I have done this, I have done that, like that.
Okay.
Last time what happened, one student I was asking that, okay, please tell the speech, but he couldn't do. And then on the valedictory function, when he started speaking, it was so wrong. I was totally embarrassed in front of the all guests and dignitaries. So that's why Saturday it is mandatory. If Saturday you are presenting the things, you will get chance to present on Sunday also. Otherwise, you will not get chance.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Riyaz,
Okay, ma'am.
Niyaz, are you listening? Who will be with Niyaz? I will make you buddy, okay? But because these 6 people are, I know that they are regular. So Dhan Lakshmi with Niyaz. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
And Sana with Rizwana, or Malik and Malik with Daisy. Okay,
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
so
Ma'am,
some of you be pair and then practice. Yes.
Thank you,
ma'am,
ma'am.
I'm
Thank you.
not able to understand Daisy ma'am's language sometimes. I
But
didn't
you have
understand
to
sometimes a
see,
single word.
you are planning to go to Singapore, the global country.
No,
There
ma'am,
you will find-
not for that. There sometimes voice is breaking or sometimes something happens.
that is happening with Rizwana also most of the time, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Rizwana and me still talk sometimes on phone.
Anyway, you can, through the WhatsApp chat, you can then practice in that case.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you everyone. Take care. Good
Okay.
night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good night,
Thank you. Good
Thank you
night.
so much.
Ma'am, can I share one thing?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
I have a picture to share to all.
Okay.
Picture.
I've taken I want the share small flowers.
Yes, please, Lakshmi ma'am.
How will you share? Because, I have already put my cursor on the end meeting. If I will lift
Okay,
my
ma'am,
finger,
I'll put
then
it in the WhatsApp, ma'am. No problem.
Yes,
Read
yes,
out,
okay.
everybody is there.
Otherwise, switch on the video and then show on the camera.
The picture is taken from the
Lakshmi ma'am, Rizwana ma'am.
I'll post it in the WhatsApp group, ma'am. No?
Okay. Lakshmi
Okay.
ma'am.
Good
Lakshmi
night,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Lakshmi
Yes.
ma'am, listen to me. Lakshmi ma'am, Rizwana ma'am, Niyaz, Sana ma'am, and Daisy, whosoever is there, on Sunday, I will not be able to talk to you people, but today I'm talking. Please come to Kashmir. I would love to host you. Please come to Kashmir. I'm inviting you people whenever you feel time, whenever you feel like we want to go for outing. Please feel free to come and contact me. I would love to host you.
July, we can come July, okay?
Okay, ma'am. I would love to
Ma'am,
host
wait
you
the
people.
date. Ma'am,
I will try to
how
come in
you
December.
plan everything pre-planned.
And you will not need to be in any hotel or something else because my house is very big. Many people can accommodate here.
Ma'am, I will pick some word.
How many
Whenever,
days you can
whenever.
accommodate us? How many days?
From Jan to December, anytime you people want to come to Kashmir, please feel free to contact me and come to my home, please.
Malik,
Thank
how
you,
many
thank
days you can accommodate us?
1 month,
How many-
2 months, 3 months, 4
Oh my
months.
God, the ma'am said the meeting is going to end.